What's up, everybody? I'm B-True, and today we're going to go over how to be the best in ranked battle. Now, obviously, ranked battle has a lot to do with your power. However, it also has a lot to do with your team makeup because you're not able to control the battle itself, which means the AI has to figure it out, and there's a lot of things you can do to kind of benefit yourself in that regard. So, excuse me, as you guys can see, I am second right now, and I'll go into why I'm second a little bit later. So first, let's check out the teams, because the teams are obviously the most important thing in ranked battle when you set them up. So first and foremost, we've got the middle team. Now for me, the middle team, so you can move these around. I don't know if people really knew that or not, but anyway, I put the middle team as my main PvP team that I use. So we got Cursed Hidan, Dari, Lightning Mane, and Kabuto with the same talents. Actually, I had that wrong. Okay, boom. This is actually all wrong. Okay, there we go. I was changing mains around for Ninja Exam for a while, but okay, now we are in the correct setup. So this is my main PvP team. It is the team that I use to dominate all the PvP events, and then I generally win with just about every single time. So I put them in there because I know they're a very strong team, and with Lightning Ceiling Slash, we've got a little bit of acupuncture and skill canceling right there. So now we got to get into how do we fill out the other teams. Now, you need to remember that each team needs to have a balance in it, right? It needs to have some tankiness, some crowd control, some damage. You got to have a little bit of everything in order to really do your best. So for this top team here, Hinata is obviously very good for tankiness because she can block all of the normal skill or the normal attacks in the first round. And she causes acupuncture with her chase, which is also very good. You want to have multiple ways of canceling skills. Now I have Ao, and I don't think that Ao is the best for this team. However, what Ao provides is shields for all three of these lineups. So he can shield up to 9 water and fire units, okay? So what he's able to do is he can shield the members in this team, and in this team. So even though he might not be the best for this specific team, what he brings to the total lineup is worth having him in the lineup, okay? Having shields on a majority of the people in your lineup is very, very powerful, and you want that. Plus, he starts off with the extra clones in the beginning they give extra chakra. So what that allows me to do is that allows Itachi to cast his barrier, and then Hinata to also cast her mystery at the same time. And the reason you want to have at least one person with a manual barrier once you get to level 70 and you unlock the ninja like Darui that have a passive barrier, because a lot of people are going to have at least one ninja that has a passive barrier, right? So I have Darui. A lot of people either use Darui, Mei, Danzo, whichever Tsuchikage it is, Onoki. So you want to have somebody with a manual barrier so that you can set the barrier. You know what I mean? Like, so you want to be able to cancel whichever passive barrier is out and continually spawn your own barrier back up. So that's what his clones also help me do. Plus, he's got acupuncture on 2 skills, so he has a ton of crowd control between his mystery acupuncture and his chase acupuncture. We got acupuncture in Hinata. He brings extra tankiness because he has the clones, which he shields, plus we've got her. So we got a lot of tankiness and crowd control in here. Itachi also brings crowd control as well as debuffs. So he is able to cause sleeping. He's immune to debuffs, so a little bit of tankiness. But mainly I have him in here because he has the 3-turn ignition, which is igniting as somebody for 3 whole turns is very powerful. Plus, he's able to cause sleeping, which again is very strong. And then for a little bit of damage increase, I've got Guy. Now, I would like to have a little more damage in this lineup. I'm not completely sold with how this lineup is set up. I have Guy for the lifesteal and also the additional interruption, even though I feel like I have enough between these two for the interruption. So when I get some better ninja, I am definitely going to replace Guy first in this lineup. But you can see what I'm sort of going for. So this is more of my annoying, tanky crowd control team at the top here. Whereas this team is more of like a lot of DPS and just a little bit of crowd control and some tankiness and healing. So last but not least, here is my bottom lineup. Now this lineup is much different from this lineup. So this lineup is meant to be very annoying, meant to be tanky, and just cancel a bunch of skills. So that's what I'm looking for with this, and kind of keep the top group locked down. This one I opted for a little bit more on the balance side with some AoE damage and debuffs. So for the top team, I'm hoping I can just lock them down for a while and cancel a bunch of skills. And they're not really meant to kill the top team. They're just meant to pretty much, you know, keep them, like I said, keep them locked down, and try and cancel as many skills on the other team as possible. Middle team, I'm hoping to do most of my damage. The bottom team, I want to just be really, really annoying. So Kimimaro, obviously, is a really good choice for a tank, especially when you put him in, you get that additional life from your tactics. But because he evades the first standard attack every single round, so he always, you know, triggers that. Plus, you've got healing on top of that to help him, one, to get rid of his debuffs, but then also to continually heal him back. So that's what Tsunade is mostly in this lineup because of her healing. She's able to heal 2 ninjas and remove a debuff, so that's why I've got her in here with Kimimaro. Akatsuchi is another really good tanky person because of the golem that he spawns. So he's going to spawn the golem in front of him right there. And he also, his basic attack generates shields for the people with the least amount of life. So most likely that's going to be like Kankuro, it's going to be Kimimaro for sure, and then either Kankuro or Tsunade, because people will target them. Well, the computer will target these two with their mystery skills. So he's able to shield them. He spawns a golem in the first, up in the front, that's able to absorb a whole bunch of damage. And then he also generates shields for up to 9 earth and fire units. So we've got, now, ideally he would do like earth and wind or earth and lightning, since he does water and fire, and then he does earth and fire. So you don't necessarily want it to overlap, but between the 3 of them, we've got shields for earth, fire, and water. So we've got a lot of shielding going on by adding him, as well as the turn shielding, and he's just super good for being tanky, mixed in with Kimimaro. And because Kimimaro is more of an attack tank, he's able to do a lot of damage, especially with his mystery, since it's AoE. So then between those two, we got a lot of tankiness, a lot of damage. We got the healing, and then Kankuro is there, one, to be an initiator, to so his puppet is sitting back in here, and it's guarded by Kimimaro. So his puppet should last a while. So then what happens that way is the puppet is able to start a combo every round that it's there, if one of these guys doesn't start the combo first. Plus, then with his mystery, you have the AoE poisoning and a heavy amount of damage with his mystery, which the longer you're able to keep his puppet alive, the more times you can use your mystery for the damage instead of just to resurrect the puppet. So that's why I really like this team down here, the way they're set up. The only team that I would want to change eventually is this top team for right now. Just probably replace Guy, but I don't have anybody, as you can see in here, that I'm really crazy about right now. So maybe like a Jiraiya for more damage or something. Maybe even a 5th Kazekage Gara, even though he wouldn't really add enough damage. So right now, I'm going to stick with what I got. I've been a little lazy in leveling most of these ninja up and cultivating them. So, but on to the last thing. Last thing you want to focus on is, once you hit level 70 and you start getting the ninja that have very large scale mysteries. So like Dari here, his attack, his mystery is able to hit 7 opponents, and that's like across all the battlefields. So he can hit all 3 battlefields worth of people. Mei is extremely good because Mei is able to hit a ton of people and she does insane amounts of damage across all 3 battlefields. Kazekage Gaara is another one who does damage up to 9 units. So that's across all 3 battlefields. So the more people that you can put in who do 3 battlefields worth of damage, the better, because you'll be able to be, constantly damaging all 3 of the battlefields with your mystery skills. And so the more large scale AoE damage you have, because so for these 2, actually for these 3, their mystery skills are all single battlefield AoE, which is good. I mean, you want to have AoE large scale damage. However, multiple battlefield AoE damage is better. Okay, that's just the way that it goes. So, the reason, like I said, I was going to explain earlier, the reason I am second right now is because this person, as you can see, has Mei and Darui and Great Ninja War 1010. Now, Great Ninja War 1010 doesn't do she doesn't do 3 battlefields worth of damage. She does a ton of AoE single battlefield damage. Darui, like I said before, he does 3 battlefields worth, and then Mei is insanely strong when it comes to ranked battle, because she's able to do so much damage across all 3 of the battlefields. Plus, then he's got Cursed Adon. So he copied my middle lineup, and then he's got Mei on top of that with Mabui and Ao to shield the lightning, water, and fire people. So he has a lot of the same that I have, with like the shielding kind of going on. He's got some interrupts, some tankiness, some healing in all of the lineups, and then the addition of Mei. Mei is really what makes the difference for his lineup between his and mine, because so I'm able to beat him. It's like 50-50, and I don't want to do that right now. But Mei is like the game changer, because in ranked battle you can't choose your targets. Like I said, the computer, the AI, determines all of your attacks, and it does everything. Okay, I just joined his team. I don't know. I thought we were gonna get the bonus, but never mind. Because the AoE attacks, or the AI, excuse me, I've been talking about AoE for too much. Because the AI determines what your attacks are going to be, and they determine like who gets targeted, and you can't do that. You can't specifically interrupt Mei, or you can't specifically target her to kill her early. So the way he has it set up, he's got Mei hidden behind behind like Hinata and Ao, and then Ao's clones, and so he doesn't care if they die as long as Mei stays alive. So Mei is able to get her mystery off multiple times in the battle, like 2 or 3 times, and that's what really makes a difference, because that decimates my team completely. But anyway, that is my thinking for ranked battle. That is how I try and set it up. I'm not saying that it's the best way, but that's my thinking. That's what I enjoy doing with it, and that's how I have a very strong ranked battle team with the theories that I have. So you want to have, all 3 don't need to be perfectly balanced, because you have 3 full battlefields. So what you want to do is you just want to make sure you have enough of everything total. So a lot of skill canceling, a lot of crowd control, obviously a lot of damage, and then you're going to need a fair amount of tankiness across all of the boards. So I hope that helps you guys out when you are trying to determine who to put into your ranked battle. For those of you who haven't been paying attention to it, ranked battle is pretty important because of the rewards you're able to get. So I would go back, look at your lineups, try and, shuffle some things around, refocus yourself in the ranked battle, and see how high up you can climb. If this video helped you guys out, you found it to be good, please click the like button down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with all my future videos and ways that you can dominate your server. That's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all you guys stopping by. Everybody have a great day, and peace.